Hey good people, hola mi gente, MsMalcolmHughes here. Welcome back, and happy Vlogmas. Today we are going to discuss literary fiction works that you should gift to anyone who loves those type of reads. Let's get into it. So literary fiction is actually my favorite genre, and so many folks are always confused, like, what does it mean, literary fiction? It feels very nebulous for them. They're just like, what is that even? It really focuses on the character, right? Sometimes books are focused on the plot, it's plot driven. Sometimes books are focused on world building, but these type of works are really focused on the character's development, the character's internal thoughts, and all of the major actions impact the character in a significant way. And so that's really the basis of literary fiction. Again, some of my favorite works of all time, and I'm very excited to come and tell you all the books that you should give to those in your life who love literary fiction as much as I do. So here we go. The first book that I want to recommend is a book that I read this year actually. It is The Street by Ann Petrie. What a read. Chances are the person in your life may have never heard of this book. It does not get the recognition that it deserves, but oh, what a stellar novel it is. All of these books I have reviewed. They are up on the channel. I will definitely put the cards here, but The Street itself is such a quintessential novel. We follow a woman who is really trying to figure out and navigate life after a divorce. She becomes a single mother, and so she's trying to make the right decisions for her and her son in this urban environment with all of the challenges they're in, while still maintaining that drive and that determination for her son to have the future that she desires. So we follow her on that journey, all the decisions that she makes, decisions and choices that are taken away from her because of her circumstances, and what does all of that mean for the long-term outcome of the life of her and her son. It is a read. I'm telling you, I cannot tell you enough to read this book. And anyone in your life who loves literary fiction, who loves a character-driven work, who loves a story that takes you on this really thought-provoking journey that really makes you question the choices and the decisions that you make and the ramifications they're in, this is the book that you should give to them. Without a doubt, hands down, The Street by Ann Petrie. The next book that I want to recommend is Open Water by Caleb Azumah Nelson. This one is a totally different change of pace. Just like the title, this one flows like water. It's really emotion driven. We follow a young man who meets a woman, and he knows that that is the woman for him. But this woman happens to be dating his best friend. Listen, what do you do when you meet the person you feel is destined for you and they feel the same? But look at how you meet them, through your best friend. Obviously there's a story there, so many emotions. We follow these people trying to figure out life, not just with this romantic story, but there are other events happening in his life that actually impacts the way that he can show up and navigate through this relationship. Will it, won't it? We have that tug of war trope going on here, but it is such a good read. Open Water, the language that Caleb uses, wow, it hits you in your heart, in your core. It hits you and you feel it. And if you've ever been in love, then you understand the depth of these emotions. And even if you haven't been, he writes in such a way that you can conceptualize and feel it within yourself what is occurring for our characters and all of the intense passion and feelings that they have to navigate. It is truly a read. So if you have someone who loves literary fiction with a dash of romance, this is a book that I would abso-freaking-lutely recommend that you gift them. So this book I actually have not reviewed on the channel. I may reread it and review it next year, but it is one that I remember loving, and that is Americana by Chimamanda Adichie. And Americana is just renowned at this point. But we're following someone who is, again, another love story, romance. But we're following someone who goes from one country to another and the challenges they're in, but also has this deep, passionate connection to someone back home. And what do you do with all of these feelings while also you're trying to navigate and figure out this new world in which you're living, this new life, and how do you fit within this world, right? Who will you be in this new land? And it's just the way we watch this character navigate the challenges that she faces is just great storytelling. So again, if you have someone in your life who loves literary fiction, loves the dash of romance, loves that Bildungsroman, like that coming of age, and you're really trying to figure out who you want to be in a new world and follow that journey and that trajectory, absolutely. If you love someone who really likes to discuss the challenges of immigrating to a new country and what does that mean as far as connection to identity and connection to self, again, without a doubt, this is the one. So these are the books that I would recommend you gift anyone in your life who is a literary fiction lover. They will thank you and they will be pleased, and you yourself will feel great knowing that you have gifted them such amazing reads. That is it for me today, you all. Those are the books that I would recommend. As always, until the next one, please remember to give time, to be kind to each other, and to have the very best day of your life on purpose. Happy Vlogmas!